Hey, it's you! Happy New Year, guys. 2 weeks late. Hopefully I'm not the first to say it to you, but if I am, hey, Happy New Year. Everybody welcome Sprite to the channel. She's 3, and she's super long, like a wiener dog. So today I thought I might make my 2025 bingo card because this year I've been really bad for putting off like my New Year traditions. I do find the idea of New Year's resolutions kind of stupid because obviously the New Year was not always celebrated in the middle of winter. The middle of winter is not the ideal time for, I'd say, the majority of people, especially people that live in more northern communities where the winter is just dark at 4 p.m. and really cold. It's really not the best time to just totally change your life up. So I do think that it's kind of a stupid concept. I tend to get more into that in the springtime. But that being said, I think the bingo card is a really fun idea. I'm sure people have been doing it for years, but this is the first time I've heard about it. So I'm gonna go ahead and make my bingo card and you're gonna watch so that I have to do it. So this is my bingo sheet, construction paper. I cannot recommend enough having construction paper as an adult. You don't think about it, but I use it like weekly. Get yourself construction paper. You're gonna use it a lot more than you think. Anyways, obviously the middle space is a free space. I saw somebody online make their middle space like happy birthday. I thought that was a fun idea, so I went ahead and put that as my middle space. Also, I've got a pretty early birthday. It's early February, so I can cross that off real soon in the year, which I like. So let's get into it. My first one, boring, open a TFSA, tax-free savings account. So boring, don't need to get into it. I just think that I'm turning 25 and I should maybe have some investment. My next one, hike Patagonia. I am going to Chile later this month. I have some really good friends that live there. They're about in the middle, so I'm gonna be staying with them for a bit. I'll probably make videos about that as well. And then I'm gonna go hike Patagonia down south. So I already know that one's gonna happen, but it's something I've been looking forward to for a long time. So she's going on the list. You know, I had a lot of ideas going into this, and now that I'm here, blanking. Absolutely blanking. And also add visit 5 countries. Travel is obviously something that's very important to me. My goal this year is 5. I think I'm gonna knock off at least 2, just, at my winter trip, Chile and Argentina. Next, stand up on a surfboard. Listen, guys, I may live in Canada. I may live in Ontario, but I live in the part of Ontario that's got at least one of the only places in the world where you can inland surf. My roommate is a surfer. He's fantastic at it. There's a huge surf culture here, and I've traveled to so many countries that are just renowned for surfing. And what have I done? Not surfed, and I've always wanted to, and I think I gotta peer pressure myself into it. I'm surrounded by surfing. I just have to do it. My goal is not to get good, but to merely stand up on the surfboard. My next goal, and if you feel so inclined, I'd love if you helped me with it. I would love to reach 100 subscribers this year. I don't know if that's doable. I feel like it's doable. Next, I need to see a big cactus. A big cactus in the wild. I think about people who come to Canada that have never seen snow before, and they freak out because they've never seen snow before, and it's just something that we're so used to because we get snow like 5 months of the year. Probably more annoyed by it than anything. But I've never seen a big cactus in the wild. Like, people in warm communities, you just see big cactuses all the time. I've never seen a big cactus in the wild. I guess I've never really been to a desert area, but this year, I'd like to see a big cactus. I'd like to finish my sleeve. I have a patchwork sleeve on this arm. This whole part down to the elbow is done, but I've got nothing going on my forearm. I don't necessarily have to finish it, but I'd like to get some more work done on that. I'd also love to go paddle in camping this season. I love camping. I think Ontario's got some really incredible camping, but I tend to just go into the drive-in sites, and I really prefer paddle-in or walk-in sites, just more private. You know, you don't have like a family on the site next to you and they're screaming at 3 a.m. for some reason. I just would love to go paddling in. I have a kayak of my own. Next, boring. Save 25K. Boring. Don't even know if it's doable with how expensive rent is and all the traveling I'm hoping to do. Boring. But we'll put it on the list. If it happens, it happens. Next, and we've talked about it, crowd surfing in My Chemical Romance. It's gotta happen. I spent a fucking fortune on the tickets. I will be crowd surfing. And this next one, you guys, don't clown on me. Don't clown on me. It's optimistic. It's so optimistic. I don't expect it to happen, but if it happens, that would be so sick. I get a PR package. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? I totally don't think that one would happen. Could you imagine? This is like kind of hard. Still 13 spaces left. It's not even possible for me to make a bingo right now, and I like cannot think of shit. Can't think of anything. Oh, I want to learn to play bass. Okay, some are coming to me right now. I want to get back into rock climbing. I want to climb a red route at my gym. Red is like, at my gym, like the third hardest. And something you probably don't know about me is, first and foremost, I'm a writer. And I, once upon a time, a couple years ago, wrote a novel that I thought was really good. And then I got strung along and then rejected by a literary agent. And yeah, that crushed me. And I didn't write for a while. And I would like to revisit that story and give it a little rewrite. Give a little revamp. Really struggling to think of things here. Do I have like no goals? Do I have no aspirations? You know what? Fuck it. Reach 1,000 subscribers. Now that would be crazy, but let's throw it on there because I can't think of anything. Something else I say every year and I've not done. Sell something that I made. I'm a big crafter and I think I make some pretty cool things. It'd be really neat to sell something that I made with my own hands. I'm gonna say spend overnight in a sleeper bus because that's an experience in traveling I've never had that I've always wanted to try. So I'm gonna say overnight in a sleeper bus or a sleeper train. Okay guys, don't worry. I just went to flip my laundry and I remembered a bunch of things. First of all, I've been learning Spanish for my trip to Chile. 1, I would like to reach 100 days of a Duolingo streak. And 2, I would like to hold a conversation with a native Spanish speaker. Next, my boyfriend's band is playing the When We Were Young festival in, I think, Vegas, and I would like to go to that. There are numerous bands on the bill that I'd like to see, and I think it'd just be really cool to go to Vegas with my boyfriend. Sounds sick. Next, I want to go rock hounding. I'm a huge rock girl. Outside of collecting crystals, I've always loved rocks. Ontario is a great place to be if you love rocks. You can just go a little bit north and you can find all sorts of things. I've found heaps of quartz, obviously clear, rose, smoky. I have found amethyst, I've found pyrite. You can find all sorts of it. And I would like to intentionally go up north somewhere that has rocks I'm looking to find and go deep in the woods, get my ass ate by deer flies, and just find a cool rock. We got 3 spaces left to fill. Let's really think, you guys. Let's lock in and think about it. Well, I would like to make Sprite famous. I think she's a beautiful cat. I think she could win an award. I think she could get on the cover of something. I don't really know, but I've always thought she could be famous. I think I could be in my mommy vlogger era, and I think something could happen for her. So I don't really know what to label that. I'm just gonna call it Sprite success. Okay, 2 more. Oh! I want to thrift the Libby Celestial Cobalt Blue glass collection. Okay, one more thing. I would like to forage morel mushrooms this year. Last year, I didn't find any, which was weird because The 2 years prior to that, I have found them both years. And the spot I usually go to forage them, they didn't have any, which was really strange. So I would like to find morel mushrooms again this year. So that's actually gonna be it for my bingo list. That's all of them for 2025. If you can think of something better, please tell me, because some of these are really ass. And I will gladly redo it when I inevitably think of things that are cooler and better than I've been thinking of before and I just blanked on. Also, so wholly unrelated to anything I've talked about today, please, if anybody knows how to get rid of drain flies, my bathroom is a nightmare. Please. Anyways, I guess that'll be it for me. She could totally be famous. Thanks so much for tuning in. Happy 2025. Happy New Year, guys. And I'll see you in the next one. Subscribe if it moves you. Thanks for watching. I'll be here all year. Okay, thanks.